Damn, this show's getting better. What's up? What's happening? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Animation Station, which is for anything animation, including TV and movies as well. I'm your host, Jackson Small. Welcome back to Attack on August. Welcome to episode 4 of season 1 of Attack on Titan, titled The Night of the Closing Ceremony, aka Humanity's Comeback Part 2. This is the end of the little training arc that's been going for the past 2 episodes, and now it is time for the big graduation. And this is a great episode. It has great character moments, it has a shocking ending, it has one incredible moment that I'm going to talk about towards the end, and it has a perfect setup into the massive 9-parter that is Struggle for Trust that we're going to start looking at next time. So, we have a lot to talk about today, so let's not waste any time and dive straight in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read off the little overview, and then I'll go over each specific moment. Okay. In the last days of their training, Eren learns to spar with Annie. This is her character introduction, by the way, as she notes the absurd system the military operates by. Eren later uses Annie's technique against Jean during an argument. After graduation, the cadets think about which military regiment they want to enlist in, and Eren's speech, which we'll get to later, convinces many to consider the scouts. However, the day after graduation, the Colossal Titan suddenly appears. Yep. Not even a week after they graduate from the military camp, they're already under attack by yet another Titan. Yeah, this show doesn't let up, if you can't tell. So, now we'll move on to some character moments and parts I really enjoyed about the episode. It opens up with Armin trying to keep up with everyone during this training drill where they're running through the rainy forest, and he's clearly struggling, so Rainer, another fellow comrade, takes his bag and tells him to keep running, but Armin takes his bag back and keeps running, letting you know that this guy is determined. He has his problems, but he is a determined cadet that wants to become a full soldier. And it's a pretty good little character moment. Then after that, we have some little sparring drills, and Eren at first goes up against, what was his name? Rainer. That's, okay, same guy. Okay. So, during this drill they're going to have, where they're sparring one-on-one with certain cadets, Rainer and Eren are sparring. And then Rainer decides to pick a fight with Annie and uses Eren as a human shield. And, of course, Eren gets his ass kicked. So, that was kind of to be expected, but Annie don't mess around. Annie is a tough, very talented, and skilled fighter. I have a feeling she may or may not become an antagonist or a very strong ally later in this season. But while they're fighting, Annie tells Eren about this system that the military is running by and how she thinks it's all flawed and absurd. And Eren, after, of course, like I said, getting his freaking ass kicked, he finally realizes that she's right at what she's saying. What she's saying makes sense. And then, after she finishes beating up Eren then convinces Rainer to get into a fight with her, and she ends it in one simple punch. One of the 2 funny moments of the episode that I really liked. So, that was a pretty cool one. So, Eren then takes note of this technique and everything that she said. And while they're eating dinner, trying to find the moment here. Give me just a sec. Eren sees some kind of shallow reasoning out of Jean, and he decides to put him in his place. So what does he do? He does the exact same move that Annie used on him. Yeah, Eren's a quick learner. And after he puts him in his place, he gives this amazing speech to his fellow cadets about why he wants to join the Scouts. And the speech is probably the best part of the episode. It is such a damn good speech and such amazing voice acting by Bryce Papenbrook in this part. I forgot to mention it in the past reviews. He's voiced by Bryce Papenbrook, the same guy that voices Cat Noir and Miraculous, I could barely tell that they were the same person. That goes to show how versatile of a voice actor he is. Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he's also Inosuke from Demon Slayer. I think. If I'm wrong on that, editing will let me know. But yeah, Bryce is a really good voice actor, and this is one of his best performances that I've seen so far out of him. Like, the way that he perfectly emotes Aaron's emotions during this speech, and the way that his voice keeps rising with every word that he says, like, he's determined. He knows what he wants, and he wants the cadets to know what he wants and what he wants to do. It is a badass moment, is what I'm saying. Such an incredible speech. I don't want to say it word for word. You just gotta go see it for yourself if you haven't already. So then the next day, there's graduation, and we have the top 10 graduates, aka the thumbnail. And of course, Aaron and Mikasa are one of them. Sorry, not Mikasa, Mikasa. I keep forgetting to pronounce that correctly. So, following graduation, they actually have the list right here of all the cadets that made the top 10. The 10 graduates were Krista Lenz, Sasha, Connie, Marco, Jean, Aaron, Annie, Bertolt, Rainer, and Mikasa. And Mikasa is top of the class. I mean, naturally. But yeah, that's the top 10. And they're all at the wall. And they're setting up the cannons, doing their usual thing. And then we have another funny scene from one of my favorite characters of this show, Sasha. She reveals that she stole meat from the high-ranking officer's storehouse, to the shock of everyone else, saying that she has no dignity. But she confesses that she's more than willing to share it. Like, I don't know why Sasha cracks me up so much, but she is definitely the funniest character in the show. But very shortly after, she stores this meat for later for them to all have for lunch in secret. Out of nowhere, on the outside of the wall, right in front of Aaron's face, appears a colossal titan. Now, I'm not sure whether or not it's the same one that was at Shikanshina, but his appearance out of nowhere with just a sudden bolts of lightning from the sky, like, that's like an oh damn moment. Like, that's one of those moments where you realize, like, oh no, things are about to get bad. But this time, Aaron doesn't run. He gets out his swords and he gets ready for battle, and that's how the episode ends. Unfortunately, though, before that episode ends, the Titan does end up crashing through the wall of Maria. So, yeah, that's pretty much the whole episode. It's pretty gripping, it's a lot of fun, it's pretty funny at times, and it has a pretty shocking ending. And then it's all tied together with that incredible speech from Aaron. So, in conclusion, it is an absolutely fantastic episode with some of the best writing of the season thus far. Add in an incredible speech from Aaron, 2 hilarious moments including another one from Sasha, and a shock ending that perfectly sets up the next arc, the upcoming 9-parter Struggle for Tross, and you have an excellent watch. Best of the season so far. And I have a feeling it's only going to get better, because if they're really making this next big arc into just one 9-part story, something nuts is about to happen. And I personally can't freaking wait to see it. Final verdict for this episode's a high 9 out of 10. This season's only getting better, and I'm more and more glad that I am doing this marathon, because this anime is so freaking good. Like, episode 2 was the only one that I was not the biggest fan of, and that's because it threw out the big build up from episode 1. But the rest of these episodes have been consistent, they've been well written, they've been incredibly well voice acted. I love the characters, I love its aesthetic, and I especially love its animation. Like, man, this show's so good, and I'm so excited to keep talking about it more and more as the month goes on. So, that's it for now. I will see you guys next time when we dive into the first part of the 9-parter that is Struggle for Trust.